Good morning, everybody, and this is Wade's Orchids. We're going to start things out here with our August greenhouse tour and update. And we're looking at two ESCA Centrums, one a species, the other the hybrid. We're going to first look at the species. This is ESCA Centrum Hendersonianum, and I hope it's coming in clearly here. This has got to be about the smallest species in the genus. It's the first time this is flowered from seedling. They are not impossible to get, but you don't see them around real often, and it has become my absolute favorite mini species. It is just incredible. I don't know if the camera can catch this right, but the pink in this and the diamonds, I call them, that are in the flower are just incredible. Okay, and the other ESCA Centrum we have here, this is ESCA Centrum Mona Church, which is a hybrid between, I believe, Ampillaceum and I think Miniatum. Okay, this one seems to favor the Miniatum more than anything because it's a very small spike, but it's blooming very nicely for me, coming around from its rescue. It was almost dead. You see the one leaf on the left there is pretty much the way things looked when I got it, and it's doing very, very well. So we're going to back up here and swing around, and I'll give everybody a little look at the plants I'm going to be having for sale. You see some Miltassias blooming. Up above here, there's some Oncidium Alliance. Well, these are all Oncidium Alliance. These are used to be Colmenera. I believe it's now just Oncidium Wildcat. And also Miltassia Shiloh, variety Tolkien here. Really like this flower on this thing, just so dark and pretty. And we have a couple other Miltassias that are blooming. I'm hoping that most things will be opening up here in the next week. So that's what we're going to have at the open house, which is next Friday. And move along here to the seedlings. Let's take a little look here. This is the little Laelia Miller Eye that I got from Isis. I don't see any roots coming yet, but on the other hand, the leaves are all nice and healthy and plump. I've been keeping it just barely moist in some sphagnum moss with a lot of drainage, and in the clay pot it dries out very frequently. So I really hope that this thing takes a hold and does well. Moving over here, you've seen this before. This is my community pot of Tolumnias or Equitana Oncidiums. They're ready to be put on mounts as soon as I get some cork. And let's see, up here, this is from a flask. This is coming along pretty nice. They're going to be ready for individual pots pretty soon. Look how green that moss is that's come alive there. And that's an Encyclia cross. So we'll move around here. Little look down the Seedling Bench. Sold a fair number of seedlings, thanks to all of you. Very much appreciate all your trust and help in trying to pay for my fuel bills. Over here is a little Doritis. This is Doritis pulcherrima, variety Cattleya Ensis. It may have gotten its own species name as just Champerensis now, but I'm not really sure. But they're just starting to open. These will be for sale also. I didn't know if I would like this when I got them, but when they started opening up, it's a really pretty flower, and the spikes just put out so many flowers. It's a really nice little thing. And I've got 5 of those. And another view here of the Oncidium wildcat. Looks like the sun's coming into the greenhouse now. I hope that things aren't going to start warming up enough to pull the fans on. Here is a bud coming on to my bulbophyllum Eakin Ola BM variety Big Stinkeroo. This is the second flower that will be blooming on it. The flower last time was 15.5 inches. It looks like I'm going to have another flower on. You can see, I'll get real close here. You see that's another flower bud coming. So very happy to see this blooming from a relatively small plant. It's only in a 4-inch pot with 3 bulbs. I didn't know if it would bloom that small, but it's doing very nicely. It does stink. The person that gave it to me said that it smells like 5 dead raccoons. And I have to agree with them, but it is such an impressive flower. So we'll move along down here. This is the Oncidium Bench. I have some spikes coming on this plant. I have never seen this thing before. It is AGM Adaglossum, I believe that means. Summit variety Frenchtown. And it's got 5 spikes on it. So I'm really pleased to see that. They just kind of like appeared out of nowhere one day. Spikes can do that. Very happy thing. Oh, this is, as you can see, if I can get this back here, Oncidium Mia Rose, variety Sweet 16 that was in flower. And I was really worried about this thing because it had gone for so long without putting out any new growth. It put out 4 flower spikes and no growth. So it is putting out a new growth, so I'm going to be able to have the plant for many years to come, and I'm very pleased at that. And here is my Oncidium Heaven Sent, and this is variety oh my, I'm losing my thought process. This is Heaven Sent variety Sweet, oh my, Sweet Baby. Okay, I'm sorry about that, but it's got 2 nice spikes on one bulb. You can see how light the coloring is on this. It's getting a little bit too much light, but as compared with go back to the ones I have for sale here. These came from Hawaii a little while ago, and they grow them under a lot less light than what I have. So I'm giving too much light, but you do want to see a medium green or maybe a little bit lighter. Here's Masdevallia blooming in the middle of summer. It's had, oh geez, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spikes have faded already, and we have these 2 here, and over here we have a couple of buds that are doing well. And right next to it here, give you a little update on Psychopsis hildos, and it's getting ready to put out a bud there. But I think it's been putting most of its energy into this. If you can see it, there's a new spike coming. Way down there. And so that's very happy to see that. There's another Oncidium Heaven Sent doing well. Next to it, some spare pseudobulbs of Oncidium Twinkle, and some of those are in spike. Another Oncidium Twinkle getting ready to bloom. And here's Sherry Baby, already very fragrant this morning. This is the one that I showed, that I said was had no roots less than a year ago, and I've seen bigger spikes on Sherry Baby, but I'm very happy that it's doing as well as it is. It's in sphagnum moss with good drainage. It needs to be potted up into something probably with a little bit more drainage, although the root ball is pulling the water out as fast as I can put it in.